So, I'm be starting a new series about the greatest teams of all time. But we always gotta start off with my favorite team of all time. The 1987-88 Lakers. That back-to-back championship. So, what was the team and who was led by? So, the roster I'm about to show you is coming up. So, first of all, we're going to zoom into every player and take a look. Now, I don't know much about this guy, but he's like a Kobe copy boot. Look, these Mike Smrek, number 52, number 24. I don't know much about 24 really, but let's move on to the stars. So, Magic Johnson, y'all know him as the greatest passer, won the MVP this season in 1987, averaging 24 points and 12 assists and 5 rebounds, I believe. And then in 1988, he had a great season, averaging, I believe, 19 to 20 points, 11.2 assists, and around 11 assists, and about also 5 rebounds. Played a big role to lead them to the championship. Now, Byron Scott, 1987, really underrated, averaging about 17 points per game. And then the next season, he led the Lakers in scoring, averaging 22. He was fun fact, he has more three-pointers made than Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. And he was better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at that time. So he was a really good shooter. Number 4 for the Lakers. Number 21, Michael Cooper, 1987 DPOY. He also won 6th Man of the Year. The defense was incredible, averaging at least 1 to 2 steals per game and nearly a block a game. And, he did what he could coming off the bench, and he did a pretty good job. And here we have the captain, you also know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, greatest player of all time, in my opinion. He was kind of old at the time. In 1987, he was putting up 17.5. And then he was 41 years old in 1988, averaging 15 points per game. So, that's still good, but it wasn't big numbers as usual. So he did dominate in the playoffs, though. Still good, okay? Part of the big three. So that's Kareem, he was old at the time. James Worthy, that's my favorite player right there. You see, okay? Well, about this player, underrated also, made the top 75. He averaged in the 1987 season, he averaged about 19 points per game. The next season, he won Finals MVP with 36 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists. So, yeah, averaged 18 points for his career. Kurt Rambis. Oh, my bad, wrong picture. Yeah, Kurt Rambis. This guy, underrated, but he was a great rebounder. That's all I could say. Next. Now, that's Kobe. So this is, you see number 43? That's Klay Thompson's dad right there. And, he's good too, okay? He averaged 11 points and 10 points at the Lakers. Before he averaged 15, he was a great role player, I'm telling you, okay? Great role player. At the point where he's not even a role player. And yeah, he did dominate with the Lakers for a couple of years and retired with them. But now, I don't know much about Mike Smrek, so we're just going to move on. AC Green, the starting forward for the Lakers, averaging 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. He was an insane rebounder. Almost won a DPOY. Well, he was in the all-defensive squad, really. So, yeah, that's AC Green. Here we have the coach, Pat Riley, by the way. He led a lot of teams to a lot of championships, one of the greatest coaches. And we're on to Billy Thompson, number 55. And he didn't start off good in the Lakers, but in the Miami Heat throughout his career, he averaged 11 points, and he was one of the stars of the Heat. So he was good. Now, Wes Matthews was something else. Well, he wasn't too good in the Lakers, but what I'm trying to say is that I think this is Jeff Lamb, but who cares? He would average 11 points, 14 points. He was a good point guard, a good replacement for Magic Johnson. He was kind of short, but that doesn't affect him. So that's the Lakers. And if you ask me who I think was the best player on the team, it's one of these two. And they played the same basketball. They won back-to-back championships. So the Lakers had a big five. Kareem right here, Scott, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, AC Green, and Michael Cooper make that a big six. Oh, big seven. I forgot about Michael Thompson. He averaged nearly like 17 points in the playoffs. And later in their careers, James Worthy got an ankle injury in 1991. They lost the finals. Kurt Rambis was a star player of the Hornets. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar retired, averaging 10 points in his last season. Mike Cooper retired in 1990, because he was like 36. And Byron Scott went to the Pacers with Reggie Miller, and he was cooking over there. Magic Johnson got a virus, came back in 96, averaging 15. Michael Thompson retired in 1991, averaging 4 points per game. And yeah, that's Michael Thompson. Why is he kind of ripped? AC Green went on to the Suns, averaging 15 points a game, building up the trio with Charles Barkley and Kevin Johnson, prime year. Billy Thompson went to the Miami Heat. Don't know much about Wes Matthews in his future. Pat Riley led the Miami Heat to a championship. So yeah, that's the Lakers. You can see all the Laker players right here. And James Worthy was always the quiet one, but the other people always smiled. So if you really like the video, comment what team I should do next. So I'll see you in the next video. Comment what team I should do next. And bye.